High five, y'all. I am Marcus. This is Yharnam FM. Kind of bittersweet at this point because this may or may not be the next to last Yharnam FM. We are at the end of this playthrough. Today we are going to take on Ebrietas here in the Upper Cathedral Ward. I was actually debating with myself whether or not to show the Chalice dungeons or not. But after 3 or 4 hours of playing them yesterday, where it's just me running around the same halls over and over and over, one-shotting all the enemies and destroying the bosses in like 10 seconds, is basically very boring. So I am going to cover the Chalice dungeons in separate lore videos. I may also do some videos on certain chalices like the Defiled Chalice or the last couple of Depth 5 chalices. And I'll probably do some route runs with viewers as well. But, yeah. Basically, I have a very special video that I want to make. I want to make a proper lore video for this game. I really want to put a lot of effort into it. And so I kind of want to finish this playthrough up and go ahead and get on to that because I'm really excited for it. In the meantime, if you guys have been doubting whether or not this is Lovecraft-inspired cosmic horror, if you've been doubting the eldritch truth, doubt no more, for there is a great one right before your eyes. Ebrietas, daughter of the cosmos. Now, it's very interesting to me. Every great one loses its child and then seeks for a surrogate. A lot of people have been taking this to mean that perhaps the great ones can't reproduce at all, but more like it seems like they can reproduce, but maybe they are limited to one child. It goes back to the Miyazaki interview. I talked about that in one of the lore discussions, where it's kind of about RK selection, but you can just watch that video if you want to know about that. Ebrietas is one disgusting looking thing. That's a face only your mother could love. And speaking of mother, the altar of despair here that Ebrietas is in front of looks like a spider covered in eyeballs. Now, I don't know. It looks a lot like Ram. And if Ram is ascended kin, I wonder. I don't know. It's very interesting. They trying to reproduce something that they saw in the labyrinth. Either way, I'm going to show you the quick and easy way to defeat Ebrietas today. If you've got a thrusting attack, a weapon with a thrusting attack, you got bolt paper, and you can hit her in the head, plus 10 weapon, ain't gonna last long. The main thing, you want to bait this head slam. There in the face. Do a fully charged R2 right here, and you still have time to get the visceral attack off, at least with quick weapons. You see her life just melting away. She's going to enter her arcane phase at this point, so she will be surrounded with an aura that does damage over time, kind of similar to Smelter Demon from Dark Souls 2. I hate it. I think it's a bullshit mechanic, but whatever. But yeah, the key to this fight is if you can survive her charge attack, you can stand in front of her and bait the head slam over and over.
An epic name is who inspired me to think, and I've hit the home run, I'm just rounding all the bases.
And it's nothing. It's really nothing. Now, I know a lot of people are saying, no, that's fucking bullshit. She was so hard, and yeah, I believe you. She has some absolute bullshit moves. It all comes down to whether or not, if you can survive one hit of that charge attack that she does, then you can just stand there in front of her and bait the head slam over and over and damage her, and then just heal up if she hits you with the charge. But we will take a step through some of her attacks right now. I do want to show you what they look like. I'll show you on my arcane character. Starting off with the blood spit here. It's not so hard to dodge, but if you don't dodge it, I think that causes frenzy if I remember correctly. But here she's going to telegraph her charge attack. Couple of different ways to deal with it. One way is to wait until not the last second, but towards the end of her charge, and then dodge to the side. And I mean directly to the side. Another way is to backstep away from it, like this, You see me doing it right here. But if you don't go far enough, you're gonna get hit. See, I dodged back and then I dodged back into the left and I got hit. It has stupid bullshit range on it. It is such a crazy attack. I know a lot of people hate this move. Here I dodged straight back twice and it was just enough to get out of getting hit. The hitbox for it is kind of crazy. So it just, you see you can dodge to the side there, but it's a really annoying move. Here you see me trying to dodge forward past it, but her hitbox is so large that you still get hit because your iframes don't last. This is where she activates arcane mode. It's gonna put that damage aura that I talked about earlier around her. She also has an attack where she calls up some kind of homing soul arrows over her head, and you need to dodge to the side carefully to get away from them, and I'm about to show that. Although, it doesn't really look like I dodged them properly in this video, to be honest. It looked more like they got stopped by the water. And I honestly don't know if that's the way it's supposed to work or not, but here, watch this. See, it didn't look like I dodged those at all. It looked like they hit the water and got stopped. If that's actually the way it's supposed to be, that's really pretty cool trick. I didn't write the boss strategies once again, so I don't know. But that's it. It's really about baiting the head slam and whacking her in the face. She don't like getting hit in the face. But yeah, like I said, as long as you have enough vitality to survive being hit by that charge attack, then it's really better to just stand your ground right there in front of her, bait that head slam over and over, and just keep wailing on her face, and just deal with getting hit by the charge. As for the arrows attack, just make sure and dodge to the side as it's trying to hit you. And it'll be three rounds of shots. The Great East Chalice. It was also the first Great Chalice brought back to the surface since the time of Byrgenwerth and allowed the choir to have audience with Ebrietas, the cornerstone of the choir, the elite delegation of the Healing Church. So this, the Great East Chalice, in the first place, the choir is after Byrgenwerth, after the time of Byrgenwerth. Byrgenwerth long ago, and they did find chalices at that time, obviously, when they were doing excavations. But this chalice came to the surface much later, around the founding of the choir. And it's what allowed them to have audience with Ebrietas. A lot of people are thinking that they're getting Eldritch Blood from Ebrietas, and that is very possible. I think that's not the... actually, that's obviously not the holy relic that... You see here they used a 1/3 chord. Mensis used a 1/3 chord to get audience with Murgo, whereas the Healing Church, the choir, used a chalice to get audience with Ebrietas. And this is basically, we're seeing the differences between using eyes and using blood. You know, the ones who are using eyes are looking for these eye chords. The ones who are using blood are looking for these chalices. And that's the choir and Mensis. That's kind of the dichotomy there. But yeah, the relic used to found the Healing Church was obviously not this chalice, because the choir came later. Like, this became the cornerstone of the choir. Or at least that's my opinion. Like, you could argue that the choir was around from the beginning of the church. The Altar of Despair. We actually have some stuff to do with this. Just looking at it, looks like illumined flowers blooming over... I don't know if it's a corpse, a carapace, or actually a statue. But it looks very much like Rom. And here we're going to get some weird and creepy confirmation. Remember, we picked up the... I'm just showing the cold blood there, but remember we picked up the pink meat, the queenly flesh of Annalise. We can actually use this here. And we can actually bring her back to life. Now, it's super disappointing the way they actually do it. Like, super fucking disappointing. But, we get weird confirmation here that the Great Ones actually have some control over the flow of time itself. We offer the flesh to the altar, time flows in reverse for this scrap of flesh, and it's gone from our inventory. Do nothing. Event complete. Yeah. Fucking shitty. Really crappy the way that this event was handled. Really, really not good. I mean, for something that's so important, because this restores her to life, so you can resume that covenant again, that oath, but, like, there's nothing to it there. But time flows in reverse. So, it's very interesting to me. You would think Willem would be dead. You would think old Yharnam wouldn't be on fire, but... Oh, right, we need to kneel. What do you say about being dead?
Closest of kin, bearer of our blood, I welcome thee. What is thy wish? We await thy return for the honor of Canehurst.
No fucking comment on the fact that she was grounded to pink meat. No comment on it at all. Oh my god. Ooh. But in any case, this event does give us some confirmation that the Great Ones can apparently distort the flow of time, and I think it's also interesting and related to the fact that we had a new summons and an old summons from Canehurst, and it's very interesting to me that there's those differences. Anyway, we'll talk about timeline stuff in lore discussion videos, but for today, we're gonna finish the game on my arcane character. We're gonna go ahead and get the bad, quote-unquote bad ending. It's the easiest ending to get, and we're just gonna go ahead and get this one and explain it today, and then next time we're gonna get the true ending, and then I'm gonna take like a week to work on a super mega awesome omega lore video that I hope you guys enjoy a lot. Final area of the game, really awesome. These graves, you might be wondering what these graves represent. You're about to find out. Love this area. And we see Gehrman sitting with a lantern next to a grave. It's the workshop burns. Alright, peg leg. What's up?
Good hunter, you've done well. The night is near its end. Now, I will show you mercy. You will die, forget the dream, and awake under the morning sun. You will be freed from this terrible hunter's dream. Farewell, my keen hunter. Fear the blood.
Gehrman did not lie. Our death in the dream did not mean our death in reality as we awaken. One last time, but this time under the morning sun, the Yharnam sunrise. And the night of the hunt is over. Our contract complete. The Mensis ritual stopped. we leave the dream behind. But what of Yharnam?
Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world.